biggest fear was being 23 years old, not really knowing what was going to happen, never owning a business before, never ran a business before, and just trying to come in as a young guy and to prove yourself. That was one of the biggest things, is proving myself and proving that we are who we really are, that we were going to be here for the long run. James Trantina with Collins Brothers Towing of St. Cloud. My position with Collins Brothers Towing is CEO and president. In high school, I wanted to be a state trooper, and I decided to go against state trooper and get into towing in high school, and I enjoyed it, being able to help people every day, and it's something different every day. I joined with Phil Collins as a general manager and worked for Phil for 2.5 years, and we purchased it from Phil. We grew it from one truck and myself to today with over 340 employees and 450 trucks. We started in St. Cloud here with just the one truck, and we just covered the St. Cloud area. And that was 15 years ago. We're going on our 15th year. And now we have 28 locations and yards across the state of Minnesota, Des Moines, Iowa, and Fargo, North Dakota. So we cover all over the Midwest on towing, and we run all 48 states for our customers. We cover over 140 freeway miles for Minnesota State Patrol, and we tow for over 70 law enforcement agencies. So starting from one to where we are today, it's been a huge accomplishment. Our company's mission is customer satisfaction. That's our logo, it's our motto, is 15 companies, one mission, and that's customer satisfaction. So whatever we need to do to make sure that our customer is always satisfied, that's our goal. People ask us, how do you do it? You're so big, and we always go back to it's the bigger we get, the easier it's been. I feel we have the best crew there is. We have a lot of experience behind us, and a lot of our managers, with many of them have 20 to 30 plus years of experience. So they're always there helping. Our crew will do anything for me. If I called any of them right now and asked for help, they'd be here. So it really makes it easy for us to grow now that we're at the point where we have so much help and people behind us.
My name is Chase Mines. Started out here as a mechanic, and after a few years of turning wrenches here, I took the fleet manager role, and it's been 3 years now. When I started here, it was me and Andrew in the shop. He's still here with us. It's been 10 or 11 years since he's been there, but the growth, we probably had, 40, 50 trucks when I started, and now we're up to 450 plus pieces of equipment, trucks, trailers, skid loaders, it's crazy. And what makes Collins Brothers different, new trucks are, we fix them. If you go to other places, they have trucks running around that are breaking down or having issues. We generally fix everything here, and the amount of support you have now with all the other companies in Minnesota and bordering states, it's pretty amazing to, everybody kind of helps each other out and in that way.
My name is Dustin Holquist. I'm a heavy dispatcher here at Collins Brothers Towing, St. Cloud. Been here 8.5 years now. I started off as a light duty guy, and then also heavy. And I think about the last 5 years, I was just mainly strictly heavy, hauling salvage and things like that. And then it's been about a month now since I've been doing the heavy dispatch. In any job, really, it's the people you work with that makes you want to stay there. Our managers are great guys, and James himself, clearly, the boss ultimately. But yeah, I would say that's the main thing. It's just good people.
Bringing the employees on and helping them grow with us is something that we take pride in. We have a couple different training programs, one in-house for the office where we set up and we do a lot of mock calls and getting our call takers accustomed to it, and then they start working on taking the real calls. And then on the truck side and the driver's side, we have a 3-acre parcel that they use for just training and recoveries. It's set up with different cable barriers, steel guardrails, hills, ditches. We have telephone poles in place for trees, to mock trees, and it just allows our drivers to be comfortable and train not alongside the road, that actually they might see something firsthand. In the towing world, everything you usually learn is on the fly and on the road, and it's dangerous. So even we have loaded cement mixers, we have loaded water tankers, and it just allows them all to take time and work with it, and then they can go back and fix their mistake versus trying to do it alongside the road and have a mistake and have somebody get injured or hurt or killed. And so that's one of a kind training facility that we have.
Here at Collins Brothers, I mean, there's always opportunity to move up. No matter where you start. I mean, you can start from not really knowing a lot about cars, get into the light side, and then it's just, no matter your work ethic, if you want to do it, James is more than willing to help you grow, teach you, give you the tools to move up, and that's pretty much what he did for me. I drove semi in the past, but never did towing, and yeah, James and the guys taught me everything I needed to know to do my job well.
All the family that's involved in the business, we have a lot of family. My uncle manages our Cushing location, always available. My mother-in-law is our accounts receivable. My father-in-law does a lot of our building maintenance, yard maintenance, grounds maintenance. My father does a lot of our remodeling, building our fences, remodeling offices, putting in garage doors, that kind of stuff as well. One of my sisters is our marketing coordinator. My other sister is our executive assistant and manager. My mother dispatches afternoon shift, and yeah, that's pretty much it for family. Oh, my brother-in-law works here too, I guess.
I'm Tiffany Fellman, and I work for Collins Brothers Towing of St. Cloud, and I manage all of the locations. I have been here now, it's going to go on 13 years. Relationship to James is I am his older sister, but not his oldest sister. Honestly, everybody thinks it would be really hard to work with my brother, but it's not. James and I always had a close relationship, but not as close as a lot of siblings did. I think him and I got closer as we worked together. But James and I were so work-oriented our whole life. That's what we did at a young age. We just started working. We worked for our parents, we worked for friends and family. So him and I, our relationship has kind of always been on a work level.
My name is Tanya. I am the marketing coordinator, and I'm with Collins Brothers Towing and all of our affiliates. What is my relationship to James? He's my brother. He approached me in 2019. I was with a different company at the time, doing not marketing coordinating or anything with the towing industry. So I thought I was a little hesitant, a little crazy, but after a few months, I accepted his offer, and so I started with him full-time in the beginning of 2020.
My name is Tyler Mueller. I am a tow truck driver at Collins Brothers Towing. I've been here for a year and 2 months now. James is my brother-in-law, so I've known about the towing industry for a little bit. Quit my job as a traffic control supervisor and tried this out and ended up liking it, so it stuck with me.
When I started on his team, I only knew him as like the brother, right? I didn't know the work side. I knew he put in hours, but then when I came on this side, it's 24/7. James is fully dedicated to where he is today. He is a part of every aspect of this company, and whether it's day or night, like I said, you can reach out to him, he's gonna have an answer for you. He just puts all his energy into what he does alongside with creating that balance with his family.
The long hours and hard business that James has put in, there's a lot. There's times that I think we both, there was one snowstorm, him and I went 36 hours straight. A couple times you'd find him napping on the chair. You'd have to be like, James, I'm trying to answer the phone, stop snoring. I would say what makes James a good leader, James wears his heart on his sleeve.
He does a really good job of again, that balance of having fun, but keeping us on track and moving forward. He may see what you have in yourself that you don't see, and he'll pull that out of you and direct you forward into that.
James is a good leader in the terms, or in the fact of he rewards his employees. He's strict, but yet he has a soft spot on understanding you.
Very passionate about what he does. He's able to grow this place from literally a few employees to 300 and something. I'm probably off on that, but just seeing him succeed how he has and his desire to work, and that just, I think that flows down with everybody else. You know, if the boss works hard and you see him working hard and succeeding, well, it makes me want to work hard and succeed, because if I succeed, he succeeds, we all do.
The type of leader James is, he has your back when you need it. He's gonna make you work for it, but he rewards you in the end. Work hard and you get rewarded.
So I have 4 kids. My oldest is 10, Bentley. My 7-year-old daughter is Braylon. My 5-year-old is Brody. My 2-year-old is Briggs. They're all pretty young yet. They like to ride along in the tow trucks. You know, they know that Dad's going to work, and if they get an opportunity, they'll come right along. They come here every Friday. If they don't have school, like our youngest ones will come here and have lunch with me on Fridays in the office. They like to do that kind of stuff and see the office and run around and meet with all the people or talk with people. And I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna do with the company for the kids wise. Is they're all young yet, so I mean we'll see.
Bentley, I'm 10 years old. Braylon, and I'm 7 years old. I'm Buddy, and I'm 5 years old.
What's your name?
What's your name? What's your name? He's Briggs, and he's 2 years old. Toast Trucks. Yeah, Toast Trucks, and he owns it. Yeah, he owns 12 companies.
Yeah. How many?
Wait, 12? No, like 20. No. 26? Wait, 16. 21.
16.
Oh, 16? Me and Dad.
That's Dad's truck?
Yeah, they got that truck, that is.
What's your favorite about tow trucks?
I know. Because once we got to drive in one, and I like when we go in one.
You do get to go in. When do you get to go in the tow truck?
At parades. Yeah, pass out candy. It's usually us two like walk with somebody, and then they passing out the candy, and then they ride with Dad.
I want to say just in the central Minnesota location alone, from like the end of May to beginning of July, probably do 20, 25 parades. And sure, our trucks are on the road all the time, but it's fun to be a part of just that few hours, parading through like the big towns, the small towns, and just the families' reactions, you know, like throwing out the fruit snacks, just showing the kids and the families who we are and that we're proud to be a part of what they created also. So parades are huge. We do a lot of touch-a-trucks, and that can be from like large city ones all the way down to like, we'll have a daycare call us and they're like, hey, like we're working on this week in like our program, like would you be willing to bring out a tow truck? And we'll bring out a little tow truck to the daycare that's, you know, 2 towns down. Almost any sport that's out there, we are a part of, whether it's St. Cloud Collins Brothers, or if it's Marks down in Egan, or always available in Cushing, like benefits, fundraisers. James definitely blesses like those types of groups that he doesn't really hold back on.
To give back to the community is important to me, just because they make us who we are, and just to help with the community and the kids and making sure that they have what they need for their sports and trying to make it cheaper for the families and keep kids involved. And with the college stuff is just to keep the college students interested in being an entrepreneur and in owning their own business or running a business, and just being a part of the community that we're involved in every day.
When we first started off and we were smaller, we would do all the parades. And I'm not a big fan of heat, but there was a winter parade in Sauk Rapids and we got to dress as elves. And so the wives and we dressed as elves, and the guys dressed as I don't even remember what the guy is dressed as, but James decided to dress as an elf too. So we had these striped tights and these furry socks and these hats that had bells on them, and we're all walking down handing out little candy canes, and James had the biggest smile on his face the whole time, and just watching him rock around as an elf was just, and all the kids running up to get candy canes. It was a pretty good time.
We differentiate ourselves with looking professional, being professional, clean cut, courteous. All of our guys are in polo uniforms and the same pants. They're black pants and not your typical everyday uniforms that you get from your big uniform services. And just having nice trucks, clean trucks and clean equipment. That's one thing I've learned just growing up in the trucking and towing industry is your truck's a moving billboard. And if you have a clean truck and a nice truck, people see that and it sticks out more. So,
my name is Brian McDermott with Zips Truck Equipment. We've been servicing Collins Brothers for about 15 years. We sold them his first few used trucks to get started, and I'd have to guess there's been a couple hundred new trucks since, so we're growing with him. The features he adds in his trucks, like starting with his rollbacks, if they're just if they're not going to be on the side of the road, emergency stuff, he'll just put a couple toolboxes, a light bar, pretty basic. But if they're going to be on a road, he does traffic commanders. He does wireless winches, strobes. Same with his little wreckers. They'll use Collins dollies, traffic commanders, and his heavy wreckers, which you can see behind me, he's got a lot of. We upfit those with everything. They're state-of-the-art cameras, attachments, endless loops, clevises, tire lifts, everything we can put on them.
In the early days, Zips really helped us get going and had the trust and the belief in us that we could do what our goal was. And when no other bank wanted to finance us with the 5 trucks and to get up and going, we didn't have any history, we didn't have any prior taxes to provide to these banks that wanted it. Zips took us under their arms and helped us get going. And still to this day, we do a lot with Paramount and Zips, and they make it easy for us. We can continue to grow, we can concentrate on the business. I choose to deal with Zips just because of great service. Our salesman's been great since day one. And it goes with everybody at Zips and their beliefs. From David and Paul and the parts, we get all the help. If we have warranty issues, if we have parts questions, if we have truck issues, Brian takes really good care of us. They build a quality product. If we have any problems at all, they're always come back and helping us. From when we were small and we didn't have a spare truck, they would help us through them tough times. And even now, with the size that we are, just the parts, we order them today, we get them tomorrow. The trucks are built beautiful, the quality of work, the paint work, and that's what makes us who we are, is that image. So it really helps when you have somebody and a partner like Zips to stand behind you. To help us get where we are and what we've done is work hard, be honest, and keep grinding with our customers and being fair with our customers. It's one of the biggest things that we've learned is, go out, you still work hard, go see your customers, still treat them, even though we're the size we are, we still treat them as, if it's 1 truck or 1,000 truck fleet, we take care of them just all the same. They all mean the same to us. They're very important to us. So we continue to grow. The customers like it. The customers like the ETA. We make sure that we're always giving good ETAs. And if we have to, when we were smaller, we differentiated ourselves from our competition as our dispatchers even could tow. So if we needed something and we were in a pinch, myself as the owner, our dispatchers, our managers would get in a truck and go take care of a call to make sure that they weren't waiting with a long ETA. So we still pride ourselves in that today.
To me, his growth comes from wanting to do more and be better for our customer base. Our customers aren't just centrally located, like we're across the Midwest. And so all these acquisitions and taking on more, I feel, is for the purpose of everyone. and it's not just him, it's not just us, it's the customers. And one of our slogans is, and it grows every time, like I just made something the other day, and it's, when I started it was 4 companies. We're at 16. So 16 companies, 1 mission, customer satisfaction. And that's always something that we've always focused on.
Most rewarding aspect of running the business, yeah, I would say just seeing our customers happy. I still go out in the truck and hearing from them how good that our job or our crew's doing, how good the drivers are and the call takers, the dispatchers, and that they're getting the service they want. It just makes a person feel good that even though you're the size that we are, that everybody's still doing their job and that they're still taking care of our customers and getting the level of service that we'd like to provide.
I'm most proud of James for starting off small, making it big in the short amount of time that he has, and keeping his people happy and making sure he's happy and keeping his family life going at the same time. I know he wants to be the biggest, but I also know that he wants to still keep it not corporate. I know he'll keep growing if he's given the opportunity, and if he doesn't have the opportunity, he'll just keep making sure that the rest of us help him succeed.
We like to continue to grow. We always say if you're not growing, you're dying. And I could see us having more, another few, 5, 10 locations throughout Minnesota and maybe surrounding states. Honestly, when we took over 5 trucks, my goal was 15. That was where we thought we would be. And there's a few people that have said something, or just wait, you'll be as big as them guys tomorrow or in a couple years. And I was always, no, we won't, it's no way. And I only have 5 trucks. And to look back and see what we've done and where we've come from, it's been pretty humbling. I mean, it's been a crazy experience and wild ride to get where we are today. If I could leave an impact and be remembered, it would be somebody that inspired others to not give up and to do what their gut tells them and go with their dreams and set goals and to just take care of people. And that's not always about the money. And that, if I died today, it would be that, I know that I took care of a lot of people alongside the road, responded to a lot of bad accidents, and taking care of customers that weren't getting the service that I feel that they deserved.